है हमारी बाबा, कर दो वो पूरी आके। मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके, मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके।
तो आप सभी और चारों ओर के बच्चे दूर बैठे भी बहुत उमंग उत्साह से ये न्यारा और प्यारा बर्थडे मना रहे हैं ना। सभी खुश हो रही है कि बाबा हमारा बर्थडे मना रहे और हम बाप का मना रहे। कितनी खुशी है, माप सकते हैं खुशी को, माप सकते हैं। माप है इस दुनिया में इस अलौकिक खुशी का कोई माप करने का साधन निकला ही नहीं। अगर आपको कहें कि सागर जितनी खुशी है तो क्या कहेंगे? सागर तो कुछ भी नहीं है। अच्छा, आकाश जितनी है तो आकाश से भी ऊंचे आपका घर है। आपका सूर्य वतन है, इसलिए कोई माप तोल निकला नहीं है, न निकल सकता है। तो इतनी खुशी है ये। हाँ, एक हाथ की ताली बजाओ। सभी को है बहुत अच्छा है। इसमें तो सभी ने हाथ उठाए, मुबारक हो। अभी दूसरा वर्षन है, समझ गई है ना? तो हंस रहे हैं। बाप दादा हर बच्चे को सदा गिरा हुआ रूहानी गुलाब देखने चाहते। आधा गिरा हुआ नहीं, सदा और फूल गिरा हुआ फूल कितना प्यारा लगता है, देखने में मजा आता है। और थोड़ा भी मुरझा जाता है तो क्या करते हो? किनारे कर लेते हो। बाप दादा किनारे नहीं करते, लेकिन वो स्वयं ही किनारे हो जाता है।
बड़ी मन भावनी मुरली प्रेम से प्राणों को सींचे। रसीली तान की ये डोर आपकी ओर ही खींचे, आपकी ओर ही खींचे। रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में। रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में।
दादी
वो प्यारी दादी, गुलजार दादी, ओ दादी।
भागीरथी छोटा नंदी, तुम सबकी प्राण प्यारी हो। है भागीरथी छोटा नंदी, तुम सबकी प्राण प्यारी हो। शांत शीतल सादगी वाली, शांत शीतल सादगी वाली, मीठी मीठी दादी हमारी हो। मीठी मीठी दादी हमारी हो। हे भागीरथी छोटा नंदी, तुम सबकी प्राण प्यारी हो। तुम सबकी प्राण प्यारी हो। आप में हमको बाबा का होता है दीदार। आप में हमको बाबा का होता है दीदार। रूहानी मुस्कान आपकी देती हमको प्यार, देती हमको प्यार। सबके मन को मोहने वाली, सबके मन को मोहने वाली, बाबा की राज दुलारी।
ओम शांति। सभी की सूरतें बहुत अच्छी दिखाई दे रही है। सभी की लगन एक के साथ है और एक के साथ लगन होने के कारण ईश्वरी खुमारी में सब ऐसे लवलीन बैठे हैं जो और कहाँ भी बुद्धि नहीं। एक बाबा दूसरा कोई।
की राज दुलारी हो। हे भागीरथी छोटा नंदी, तुम सबकी प्राण प्यारी हो। तुम सबकी प्राण प्यारी हो।
लेकिन प्रैक्टिकल बाबा हमारे सामने है और एक एक एक्टिविटी देखे बाबा की। फॉलो करना तो सबको आता ही है। ऐसे अगर हम अटेंशन रखें अपने ऊपर, क्योंकि याद तो रहती है मन में, कुछ न कुछ याद तो रहता ही है। उसके बजाय हमारा बाबा याद, बुद्धि में बाबा को बिठा दे बस, और कुछ बुद्धि में हो ही नहीं। बाबा और बाबा द्वारा मिला हुआ खजाना तो बाबा कर सकता है, तो क्यों हम नहीं कर सकते। सिर्फ अटेंशन देने की बात है। बस योग माना ही है समान बनना।
दादी ओ मीठी दादी, किया हमको प्यार कितना। दादी ओ मीठी दादी, किया हमको प्यार कितना। कोई क्या दे सकेगा, दिया है दुलार जितना। कोई क्या दे सकेगा, दिया है दुलार जितना। दादी ओ मीठी दादी, किया हमको प्यार कितना। दादी ओ मीठी दादी, किया हमको प्यार कितना।
Om Shanti. Become a carefree emperor of the land without sorrow by being full with all attainments. Be seated on the throne, wear your crown, and wear your tilak. Never engage yourself in breaking the rock of problems with the hammer of waste thoughts. Now stop this form of labor and become emperors of the land without sorrow. Then the word problem will not exist, nor will you have to spend time again and again solving any problems. These old sanskars of yours will become your servants and will not attack you. So, be an emperor, be seated on the throne, wear your crown, and wear your tilak. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Welcome to Avyakti Parivar. So today is very special day, and I'm sure everyone had a wonderful time doing Pati or remembering Baba and Dadi, relating a lot of beautiful memories of Dadiji. Even though some of you haven't seen Dadiji in physical form, but of course, Baba and Dadis, they are giving all the experiences to all Baba's children, right? So we heard Baba's Bog message, and also there was such a beautiful video on Dadiji, which we just saw. And now let's do our series. So today is day 11, become a carefree emperor of the land without sorrow by being full with all attainments. Today's topic, be seated on the throne, wear your crown, and wear your tilak. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi, and then we will have a beautiful conversation about Dadiji as well. So please stay back.
Om Shanti. Baba is looking at each one as a blossomed flower. Baba said when flower is blossomed, is loved by everyone. When it is not blossomed, then it kind of corners itself. It's not Baba does that. Baba always keep all the children blossom flowers very near. But then they themselves separate from Baba, far from the bouquet of flowers. But then like this as blossom flower, Baba in his eyes, the way he looks at us, if we can really look at ourselves like that. And that must be one of the speciality of Dadi Gul, that she created the image of the way Baba looked at her. Sometimes we say we have to be embodiment. Then we pay attention to knowledge and to be the image of that knowledge. But then, yes, that is one of the way. We call it do our dharana. But the way Baba looks at us, I think dadis, all dadis, always start looking at themselves the way Baba looked at them. It's a very beautiful method. Even as children, if grandparents look at the children and say, oh, you all are kings, they say. So then children have intoxication and they say, yes, yes, this is what we are. So I think this is how Dadi Gulzar or Dadis became whatever they were, because they looked at themselves with Baba's Drishti. So for today's homework, what is Baba's Drishti on me? How should I become that embodiment? So today Baba wants to see us as kings, emperors. Even whole month we had been talking and Baba had been sharing to become a king free from the land, free from sorrow, and become carefree kings. But in our awareness, in our consciousness, yes, we were doing that. But what Baba wants us to is kind of demonstrating, and we also in practical do that. And for that, Baba says, first of all, be seated on the throne. Just what anyone, real king, or even if you have to play the part of a king, you will sit on the throne. And then you are given the crown. And after decorating you with the crown, then we put tilak in the center of forehead. And that's kind of ceremony which makes you complete as king. But then what you have to give up the habit of laborer. Don't visibly be a laborer. Never engage yourself in breaking the rock of problems with the hammer of waste thoughts. Baba says that now stop this form of labor and become emperor of the land without sorrow. Then the word problem will not exist, nor will you have to spend time again and again solving the problems. These, Baba says, that old sanskars of yours will become your servants. And you will not attack, they will not attack you. So be an emperor, be seated on the throne, wear your crown, and Baba says also put your tilak on the forehead. Did you do that? How you look? How do you feel? Are you emperor? Are you king? You don't have a hammer in your hand, do you? Because once you have hammer in your hand, that means wasteful thoughts. You will not look like emperor, right? So enjoy all day this beautiful image of yourself as emperor, as king, complete with your throne, crown, and tilak. Om Shanti.
Good morning, Didi.
Good morning. You're back home?
Yes, I'm back home. I was thinking because we had some more arrive today from Delhi, and you were mentioning the other day about Baba's little cough. It seems we've all become Babsaman in this. Everybody's coming back with a little cough. Yeah, it's interesting how we can pick up the germs so easily, but not necessarily the virtues as easily as the germs. But you know, there were so many things now, and first, and I know that we have a little less time than usual, but maybe you want to comment on how today has been for you. Definitely there's something I want to ask you, but was there anything that's special apart from the offering of Bhog, but any touching or realization, anything special for you today?
It is so interesting that the vibrations while offering Bhog were so powerful.
Mm-hmm.
It's like everyone's love for Dadi, and also a very sincere desire in everyone to become perfect, to be like Dadi or like Baba. Many places we sat in Dadi's room, we sat in the main space they have created, like we have in Dadi Janki. Similar, they have created in Dadi Gulzar's cottage.
Yeah.
Here about 100 can easily sit. So different at different spaces. I think that, as Baba also mentioned, because her nature was simple nature, and because of that, everything she did was easy. Like she never felt it complicated. So just to think of how the complication begins, from where it begins, is from the self, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So of course, a lot of realization of that I have to make it simple. And that's only possible if my nature, attitude is simple, then everything is easy, right?
Yeah. again, I just want to thank Avyakti Parivar for that little video on Dadi Gulzar, and how sometimes, there's such a quantity of words. I just can't absorb them all, let alone churn them or have questions about them. But that expression, that a picture of what is worth 1,000 words, and watching that video, then the heart just opened wide, and it was full of past memories. Every scene, every image of Dadi Gulzar reminded you of something, and it was like you were matching it while watching. You were matching what she was expressing. And something that you said in the Bold message that I found very interesting: why are souls asking where I am? I am always with Baba. And I had not thought of it before, but it's like while we're in the body as Brahmins, we have to make effort to be with Baba. But I think they reach a stage where they're not making effort to be with Baba. Baba just keeps them with him in a sense. Is that what's, that story, that old story about the book, who's the number one Bhagat? And I've forgotten who it was, maybe Hanuman or somebody, I've forgotten. But then there was another book. So one was of the good Bhagats who always remembered God, but then there was a smaller book, and that was the book of the names of those whom God remembered. And so is that the case, that the souls just are with Baba, even though they may be in other bodies, but somehow without effort, it's like that's part of their reward for their effort at this time?
Yeah, and yes, one thing I was thinking, and that when Baba says about preceptor souls, that Christ and Buddha and all of them are still here because they are sustaining the souls
Yes.
of their religion. So I was thinking it won't be only one Christ, but all those who were very next to him, they all
Absolutely.
be together. So
Absolutely.
that's how I see it, that how can Brahma Baba be alone in the task? So those who had played a very important role, and those who were very close, like Dadi Prakashmani, Mama, and some of them are with Baba, still playing that part.
Yeah, that's the sense. That was
Because
something.
just for Dadi to think to be born in Iron Age and just an ordinary life doesn't sound
No,
practical, and yeah. So
it
Baba,
does.
yeah, they are
Yeah,
still with Baba, trying to help Baba to complete the task.
right. And this then was another thought connected with yesterday's Murli. Baba's telling us that we have the long brooms, that we have to clean up nature and everything. And so that idea that God needs us, God, not that God's needy, but that God needs us to complete the task. And so I'm wondering, is there a difference in what Baba needs from us in 2024 and what he needed from us in 1974? Or is there a difference in what the world needs from us now compared with what they might have needed from us 50 years ago,
Because
74?
when our stage become perfect, like Dadi's became perfect, so the power of purity, power of yoga, love for the subjects, all these powers are being utilized or they are being taken. But for us, because our stages are still, growing, like I need still few percentage of love or few percentage of purity. So, but for Dadis, because they became perfect, so their help is 100%, and
Right.
our help is according to the stage, right? So even if now Of course, we are servers, so we helping Baba in service. But again, it is not just the verse. Maybe we think, oh, because I am serving VIPs or a group of souls. But don't forget that what Baba is using from us is our powers and our virtues, not just we give the message, so that message is being used. No, not that, but it's the subtle powers the soul has that Baba uses them, or they are used properly, those subtle powers for establishment. What is required in establishment is purity. What is required is love. What is required is wisdom. So all those qualities are being used.
There was also the feeling that in something that he said, that by keeping busy, keeping the mind and the intellect busy, that it's a kind of a protection for us. It's a means of protecting us. And then when he said, I think, kind of in connection with that, about, there'll come a time when all of your gadgets and your ham radios and everything else are going to be useless. And so I'm wondering, have you had that experience yet of the two things, like where service protects you and getting those kinds of touchings in advance of something happening?
Yeah, definitely the signals, and that is why I even like when we get these signals and they are all from Baba's Avyakt Murli. There will definitely, like since few days, I find I'm being pulled a lot and kind of trying to see what Baba wants us to do, what should be our stage. So my pull is increasing. Even I find that souls around are always busy in karma yoga, and in a very gross way they are happy. But my at this time is more to be in subtle, experience Baba's powers, experience Baba's protection, experience like doing what Baba wants us to do. So that is why even I keep saying, oh, this is Avyakti Bhavan. So we have to remain more Avyakt,
Beautiful.
I do feel lot of pull.
Oh, I think we all have some experience, not all the time, but of when we're involved in a service at any level is fine. It's not right to use the word gross, but mundane. And that thing where it is the more subtle energy that's in operation. We do know the contrast, but I think for you it must be a more consistent experience of that.
Yeah, that's
Subtle.
true.
Yeah. All right, dear Didi. Thank you very much. Again, you had answered my question maybe yesterday or was the day before. I was wondering about your relationship with Dadi Gul in terms of Delhi, because, and then a very short question. Is there for you a sort of a before and an after? Dadi Gul before Baba became Avyakt and Dadi Gul after Baba became Avyakt. Her role changed, no question. But did you see a difference? She was still Gulzar Ben when I came.
Very good questions. Maybe I can take them tomorrow. Right?
All right. Okay, Didi. Thank you so much. Okay. Om Shanti. And thank you again, Avyakti Parivar, for that lovely video.
Om Shanti.
Shanti. Om Shanti.
खुदा को करोड़ों को खुदा से मिलाया होता क्या बलिदान पूछे बार बार, कहाँ छोड़ चली संसार सबकी प्यारी दादी गुलजार। बाबा वाली दादी गुलजार, बाबा वाली दादी गुलजार।
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Didi. Thank you, Body Ben. Yes, lot of good memories of Dadi Gulzarji. And yes, video was so beautiful. Thank you to Vikti Parivar team. And I'm sure everyone enjoyed just seeing Dadi, right? So she's always with Baba and with all of us. So now tomorrow is Tuesday and I'm scheduled from Amritvela, 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. And then we'll connect to Double Foreigners Madhavan online program from 8:30 to 9:30 a.m. And then in the evening, 5 to 6, we will have English Awake Malay revision. Together with that, in breakout room, Awake the Children Malay class from 5 to 5:15 p.m. 6 o'clock, Bhatti will start, followed by Hindi series, English series, and Awake the Journey. Welcome to Awake the Journey, Awake Murlis from 1969, multi-million fold fortune and blessings.
Om Shanti. Avyakt Murli, 6th August 1972. The reason for mischievous attitude is forgetting the vow. Having come to the land of transformation, do you experience your transformation? To come to a bhatti means to burn your weaknesses and defects. So, do you experience your weaknesses to be moving away from you for all time? Are you filling yourselves with this much willpower? Because the transformation of this time will become transformation for all time. When anything is put into fire, its form, color, and task change. It cannot remain the same as before. Its form, color, and task change for all time. So too, do you experience within yourself the form and color of your weaknesses to have changed? Are you bringing about such transformation? Let there be the determined thought within yourself that you have definitely have to transform yourself before you go. Let all the weaknesses be completely burned in the fire of determination. If the fire is not intense, then neither is the form of anything that was put into the fire the same as it was before. nor does it change itself totally. It remains incomplete. Check yourself as to whether the fire of such elevated thoughts was so intense, or whether you just had an ordinary thought. Yes, we are making effort. It will definitely happen. This is not called intense effort. We will definitely do this. This is called being an intense effort maker. Having come to this patti at this time, do you experience your stage to be that of an intense effort maker? Those who think that as soon as they came to the land of transformation, they came into the list of those who are intense effort makers, raise your hand. Have you applied the imperishable stamp of being an intense effort maker? You do have an imperishable attainment from the imperishable Father, do you not? Since the Father is imperishable and your attainment is also imperishable, then the stage you are creating with the imperishable attainment should also be imperishable. Do you consider yourselves to have courage to this extent? That with your pure attitude, you can transform your family, circumstances, and nature? If your attitude is elevated, then in front of this attitude, neither the family nor any type of circumstances can cause any type of attack. Because you have the pure attitude of being a master, almighty authority, knowledgeable and powerful. So, have you made your attitude this elevated? Always check your attitude as to whether it is elevated at all times, and that you do not just have an ordinary attitude. In order to make your attitude elevated, and in order to be free from the circumstances of the family while living in the family, what method do you have to adopt? You were told previously also that in bhakti they make spiritual endeavor, whereas here on the path of knowledge you have the method. Acha, to be continued. Om Shanti.
Become a carefree emperor of the land without sorrow by being full with all attainments. Be seated on the throne, wear your crown, and wear your tilak. Never engage yourself in breaking the rock of problems with the hammer of waste thoughts. Now stop this form of labor and become emperors of the land without sorrow. Then the word problem will not exist, nor will you have to spend time again and again solving any problems. These old sanskars of yours will become your servants and will not attack you. So, be an emperor. Be seated on the throne. Wear your crown and wear your tilak.
सर्व प्राप्ति संपन्न बेगमपुर के बेफिक्र बादशाह बनो। तख्त नशीन ताजधारी तिलक धारी। कभी व्यर्थ संकल्पों के हैमर से समस्या के पत्थर को तोड़ने में नहीं लगना। अब यहाँ मजदूरी करना छोड़ो, बेगमपुर के बादशाह बनो। तो न समस्या का शब्द होगा, न बार बार समाधान करने में समय जाएगा। यही संस्कार पुराने आपके दास बन जाएंगे, वार नहीं करेंगे। तो बादशाह बनो, तख्त नशीन बनो, ताजधारी बनो, तिलक धारी बनो। ओम शांति।